Buying a land in Abuja can be very tricky. So we have so many investors, individuals living abroad and even here in Nigeria who dream to own a land in Abuja, but they are scared. They don't want to become victims of scam and fraud. You're not the only one who feels that way. So if you're not extremely smart, you will not be able to acquire a genuine land in Abuja. So in this video, I am going to tell you 10 foolproof ways to avoid land scam in Abuja. Stick with me so that you see these simple steps you can take to avoid land scam in Abuja. Number 5 and number 6 is very important. So if you want to really get the full gist, you have to watch till the end. The first simple thing you need to do in order to acquire genuine land and stress-free in Abuja is to first define your own purpose for acquiring the land. What is your purpose for wanting to get a land in Abuja? Do you want to build your dream home? Are you getting it for investment? Do you want to use it for commercial purposes? So there is need for you to define your purpose for acquiring a land in Abuja. This will guide your decision. Second thing to do is to choose a location. Go for prime locations that are growing. If you are just starting up, you are not yet a seasoned investor, you going for a developed location might not be the best at the moment unless you have what it takes financially to acquire land in a well-developed area. But in a case where you don't have what it takes, it will be best if you go for lands in growing locations that has high potential for growth. That is, as time goes on, the value of the land you've acquired will appreciate it. Then the third thing is to set a budget. You should have a budget which you are willing to spare in order to acquire that land. Also have it in mind that aside from the cost of acquiring the land, there will be other charges. There will be charges for development fees, infrastructure fees, legal charges and other charges. So having the budget set is not just what you need. You need to have all these additional costs included. You don't get to see something you never expected. The first step to acquiring a genuine land in Abuja in order to avoid scam is to work with a trusted real estate companies. There are some companies here in Abuja that have a good reputation. You can partner with them to get land you want in a location of your choice. You can also work with a real estate consultant, a realtor, just like me, Mirabel of MiraEmma Properties. I can provide you with detailed information list of affordable, genuine land you can invest in. You can also work with any other one you have on your list already. You can work with a property lawyer. They also know how to go about getting genuine land in Abuja. These 4 are preliminary, which are very important in being able to get a genuine land. Now we'll go over to the 5th, which I mentioned to be one of the most important things you need to do in your process of acquiring land. That step is to know the zoning designation of the land. Ensure the proper zoning. If you are getting a land for commercial purpose or you are even getting it for residential, there is need for you to ensure that that land you are buying is for the purpose. So ensure you know the zoning. Is it for commercial? Is it for residential? Is it a mixed-use land? So when you find out the zoning, ensure that the zoning designation of the land you are buying aligns with your goal for which you are buying the land. Then the 6th step is verify land document. Always, this is very important, that before you pay, there is need for you to verify your documents. Let me tell you this. in verifying title document, there is need for you to do a window search on the land you are buying. That's when you present the photocopies, and if it's an arrow of O, if it's a C of O. Then when you've gone to AGIS and they've seen that yes, everything is okay on the paper, then there is need for you to now do a legal search on the document. It's a legal search that will tell you if everything about that land is authentic, both the owner of the land, the person it has been sold to, if it has been sold to anybody, which means that the person you are buying from might be the person that the land has been sold to. It will also tell you of the ground rent, if it has been paid or if it has not been paid. In fact, when you do a legal search on a land, it gives you every detail of the land. This helps you to ascertain the authenticity or the genuineness of the land you are buying. Now, when you don't do a legal search on a land, you will not be able to know if there are pending court cases on the land. You will not be able to know if the land document you were presented to is a clone document. You will not also be able to know if the person selling it to you is the rightful person to sell that land to you. So after you have verified the document, the land document, you've seen that everything is genuine, the owner, the person selling to you have the power of attorney to sell the land to you, the size, because the legal search report will show you all of these things. You do all of this in AGIS, no other place. The 7th step, pay securely. Ensure you do an online transfer. Make sure you avoid cash payment. The essence of doing online transfer is so that you have evidence to show that you have made your payment. And when you make your payment, ensure you get a receipt from the real estate company or from the individual if you are buying from an individual. This is the 8th step to avoid land scam in Nigeria. Get a deed of assignment. You've done the transaction, you've gotten to a point, you've made your payment. There is need for you to get a deed of assignment. It's a legal document that shows that ownership land has been done, the rights and title of it has been transferred to you. So it's necessary you get this after you've made your payment. Then the next thing you need to do, which is the 9th step, register your title at AGIS. Now, if you bought land that is an arrow of O, recently an ultimatum was issued that if you own a land in Abuja and you don't have a C of O on the land, there is need for you to go to AGIS, pay for you to get your C of O. Or if the land you are investing in currently do not have a C of O, then you have to register to get your C of O to that land. And lastly, there is need for you to secure your property. Take possession of your land. Do not leave your land vulnerable. If you leave it vacant, you don't do anything on it, you don't fence it, you are leaving it vulnerable. So once you've acquired your land, there is need for you to fence the land. Now, when you fence it, it deters encroachment. It shows people that this land is owned by someone. This period is a good time for you to own a land in Abuja. If you're interested in owning genuine land that will give you peace of mind, call us on the number displaying on the screen. Send us a DM. We will be available to guide you on getting genuine land in Abuja, whether you are in Nigeria or you are living abroad. Investing smartly ensures you have a peace of mind. If you want to get more tips on how you can invest in real estate smartly, this video displaying here gives you tips on how you can become a landowner, Port Harcourt, Lagos, or Abuja. Do your investment smartly.